In the last 24 hours, agencies have likely collected over 100 petabytes of encrypted data. 99% of it is unreadable today, but in 10 years, a single quantum computer could make it all as clear as plain text. Have you ever wondered what truly happens to your phone data? The texts, the calls, the photos, everything. We know governments collect it, but for what purpose? In this video, we will explore a startling reality. Governments worldwide are stockpiling your phone data, not just for today's surveillance, but for a future where quantum computers can crack even the most robust encryption. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a critical national security strategy unfolding right now, and it affects every single one of us. Before we explore this global game of digital espionage, if your organization is concerned about protecting its long-term secrets from future threats, you can learn how Tileris is helping protect organizations at Tileris.com. Now, let's break down the science. For decades, the backbone of our digital security has been encryption. When you send a message, make a call, or even just browse the web, your data is scrambled into an unreadable format. This scrambling is done using complex mathematical algorithms, and to unscramble it, you need a key. Think of it like a super complex lock. The current gold standard for this encryption is largely based on algorithms that, while incredibly difficult, are theoretically crackable by today's most powerful supercomputers, given enough time, often thousands or even millions of years. But here's where quantum mechanics enters the picture. Quantum computers operate on principles entirely different from classical computers. Instead of bits that are either 0 or 1, they use qubits, which can be 0, 1, or both simultaneously through a phenomenon called superposition. This allows them to process vast amounts of information in parallel, exploring multiple possibilities at once. In the context of encryption, two quantum algorithms are particularly terrifying: Shor's algorithm and Grover's algorithm. Shor's algorithm, discovered by Peter Shor in 1994, is a game changer because it can efficiently factor large numbers. Why is this important? Because many of our current public key encryption methods, like RSA and elliptic curve cryptography, rely on the mathematical difficulty of factoring large prime numbers or solving discrete logarithms. A sufficiently powerful quantum computer running Shor's algorithm could, in theory, crack these ciphers in a matter of minutes, not millennia. Grover's algorithm, while less catastrophic, could significantly speed up brute force attacks, making symmetric encryption vulnerable too. To understand the difference, think of a classical computer trying to break encryption like a thief trying to open a combination lock. It has to try every single possible combination, one by one, which could take billions of years. Grover's algorithm is like a super-powered version of this, allowing a quantum computer to try a huge number of combinations at once, drastically speeding up the brute force process. But Shor's algorithm is something else entirely. It's not trying keys at all. It uses the unique properties of quantum mechanics to analyze the mathematical structure of the lock itself. It finds a hidden pattern, a secret shortcut that allows it to deduce the correct combination almost instantly without going through all the possibilities. It doesn't just pick the lock faster, it fundamentally changes the rules of lockpicking, making the entire mechanism obsolete. The question then becomes, when will these sufficiently powerful quantum computers exist? Experts disagree on the exact timeline. Some say within the next decade, others give it 15 to 20 years. But what's clear is that it's no longer a question of if, but when. And governments are not waiting around to find out. This brings us to the core of our discussion, the harvest now, decrypt later strategy. Imagine you're an intelligence agency. You intercept vast amounts of encrypted communications, such as phone calls, emails, messages, financial transactions. Today, much of this data is a locked vault. You can't access its contents because the encryption is too strong for current technology. But what if you could save all that encrypted data, store it, and wait for the day when quantum computers are powerful enough to unlock it? That's precisely what's happening. Governments, particularly those with advanced intelligence capabilities like the Five Eyes Alliance, US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, along with nations like China, Russia, and others, are investing heavily in massive data storage infrastructure. They're not just collecting current data, they're building digital archives of encrypted communications spanning years, perhaps even decades. This stockpiling serves a critical future purpose: to retroactively decrypt and analyze information that is currently unreadable. The Five Eyes is the most powerful intelligence-sharing alliance in history, originating from a post-World War II agreement to monitor communications. Today, this alliance operates a global signals intelligence (SIGINT) network of unprecedented scale, with listening stations, spy satellites, and direct access to the massive undersea fiber optic cables that carry the majority of the world's internet traffic. The infrastructure revealed by Edward Snowden in 2013, such as the NSA's PRISM program and the UK's Tempora program, showed a clear capability for mass data collection. The Harvest Now, Decrypt Later strategy gives this existing infrastructure a new and chilling purpose. This global surveillance machine is the perfect tool for the mass collection and stockpiling of encrypted data. Every day, it vacuums up petabytes of information, emails, financial transactions, and phone data that is then stored away in massive data centers, waiting for the arrival of a quantum key. Think about the implications. A message sent today, perhaps deemed harmless or insignificant, could contain vital intelligence in 5, 10, or 15 years. A conversation between dissidents, a financial transaction involving illicit activities, or even the plans for a future cyber attack, all currently hidden but potentially exposed by future quantum decryption. We've had hints of this for years. Edward Snowden's revelations in 2013 exposed the sheer scale of government surveillance programs like PRISM and Tempora, which collected vast quantities of internet and phone data. While the focus then was on current decryption capabilities, the underlying infrastructure for massive data collection and storage was clearly being built. Now, the quantum threat provides a chillingly clear rationale for that scale of collection. So, why the urgency? It boils down to national security and the relentless game of espionage. In the digital age, information is power. The ability to read past communications could unmask long-term agents. An intelligence service might have moles or operatives whose encrypted communications have been intercepted for years. Quantum decryption could reveal their identities and activities. It can also expose historical plots. Terrorist organizations, state-sponsored hackers, or organized crime groups often plan over extended periods. Decrypting their past communications could uncover forgotten plots or reveal the full scope of their operations. It could also gain strategic advantage. Understanding the historical context of a rival nation's policies, their scientific advancements, or their military strategies could provide an invaluable intelligence edge. And lastly, protect critical infrastructure. Identifying past cyber attacks or vulnerabilities through historical data could help secure future systems. But the targets aren't just government secrets. The economic implications are staggering. Imagine a rival nation harvesting the encrypted research and development data of a leading pharmaceutical company. A decade from now, they could use a quantum computer to decrypt that data, stealing the chemical formula for a blockbuster drug that took original company 15 years and billions of dollars to develop. They could replicate the drug, destroying the company's competitive advantage overnight. The same goes for proprietary software source code, advanced aerospace designs, or long-term financial strategies. In the quantum age, corporate espionage could allow a nation to leapfrog its rivals technologically and economically by simply decrypting the secrets of the past. Every encrypted trade secret sent over the internet today is a potential target for this long-term digital heist. The competition is fierce. Nations are not just racing to build quantum computers. They're also racing to secure their own data against quantum attacks and to compromise the data of their adversaries. This means that while some governments are stockpiling your data, they're also working furiously to develop quantum-resistant encryption to protect their own sensitive communications from similar future attacks by other nations. It's an arms race on multiple fronts. This creates a profound cybersecurity paradox. On one hand, governments are pushing for the development and adoption of new, quantum-resistant cryptographic standards to protect critical infrastructure, military communications, and sensitive government data. On the other hand, they are simultaneously collecting as much currently encrypted data as possible, hoping to decrypt it later. platforms, social media, messaging apps, cloud services are still subject to the same harvest now, decrypt later strategies by those foreign entities. This highlights the importance of data sovereignty and understanding where our digital footprints truly lead. This strategy raises serious ethical and privacy concerns. Is it justifiable for governments to collect and store the private communications of ordinary citizens, even if they pose no immediate threat, simply on the speculative possibility that future technology might make it readable? The fundamental tension is between national security and individual privacy. Proponents argue that in a world of ever-evolving threats, intelligence agencies need every tool at their disposal to protect their citizens. They might argue that if a future quantum computer can decrypt past terrorist communications, it could prevent future attacks. However, privacy advocates argue that this is a massive overreach. The collection of mass, undifferentiated data on entire populations constitutes a form of pre-crime surveillance, where everyone is treated as a potential suspect for future analysis. It fundamentally erodes the concept of privacy in the digital age, essentially eliminating the possibility of truly private communication, even if it's currently encrypted. Furthermore, the data isn't just lying dormant. Even encrypted data can reveal metadata: who communicated with whom, when, and from where. This metadata alone can paint a surprisingly detailed picture of an individual's life. And when the decryption finally happens, what assurances do we have about the scope of access, the oversight, and the potential for abuse? So, what can we do about it? The immediate and most crucial defense is the rapid development and adoption of quantum-resistant cryptography, also known as post-quantum cryptography, PQC. Cryptographers worldwide, including the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, are actively working on new algorithms that are designed to be secure even against quantum computers. These new algorithms are based on different mathematical problems that are believed to be intractable even for quantum machines. The transition to these new standards will be a monumental task, requiring upgrades across all digital infrastructure, from government networks and financial systems to our personal devices and messaging apps. It's a race against time, as the longer we rely on current, vulnerable encryption, the more data becomes susceptible to future quantum decryption. As individuals, what does this mean for us? While we can't stop governments from collecting data, we can be more mindful of our digital footprint. Supporting the push for stronger, quantum-resistant encryption is vital. Using services that prioritize user privacy and end-to-end encryption, and being aware of the data retention policies of the platforms we use, becomes even more critical. The future of digital privacy hinges on this quantum leap. The harvest now, decrypt later strategy is a testament to the long game being played in the shadows, a game where the past can be rewritten by the technology of the future. As quantum computing advances, the line between what is truly private and what is merely temporarily hidden will blur. Understanding this paradigm shift is the first step in advocating for a future where our digital lives remain our own. The future of encryption and data security may look uncertain, but that doesn't mean you have to face it unprepared. At Tileris, we're building AI-powered cybersecurity agents designed for exactly this kind of challenge, threats that evolve faster than human teams can keep up with. If you're wondering how quantum decryption and advanced cyber risks could affect your business, our experts can help. You can reach out to us for a personalized consultation, or even request a demo of our AI agents to see how Tileris can strengthen your defenses today and prepare you for tomorrow. What are your thoughts on this quantum data stockpiling? Do you believe the national security benefits outweigh the privacy concerns? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this discussion eye-opening, please hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos into the technologies shaping our world. Your support helps us bring these crucial conversations to a wider audience. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.